Welcome back, everyone, to Disco Elysium. You're here with me on the thief. Everybody knows DraxxKraven. It's time to look at the felled electrical sign. Listen to the wind. You fucking kidding me? What was I even attempting to do here? Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village. And if that fails, if we don't find her, then we're desperate. We can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that. Well, shit. Oh, also, now I have my lost gun. I can't believe a fucking 3% chance of critical failure, and I fucked it up. It's important. Let's try this again. There we go. Suddenly there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you, in her breath flowing through it. Where does it go? In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase. I think she's down there, below this building. Why? We've looked everywhere else. Right. How do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of the building. They're gone, basically. Finally, my time to shine. There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it and enter through the roof. Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old and I plan to live to see 70. There has to be a way to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is very safe. Look around and find something to break it if the ladder fails. Anyway, so climbing this is, I believe, a savoir-faire roll. Assess the situation. The distance between the remaining runs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above ground and you're 190. I'm a giant. Okay, but still, the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder and instead, what if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder? Astral projection. Be open-minded about this. Yeah, because falling from that height seems, well, splat, so don't do that. What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport? Teleportation is not a thing. Come on, Kim. Where's your adventurous spirit? This really has nothing to do with adventure. We're dealing with basic physics here. It won't hurt to try. Oh, yes. It could hurt. A lot. Oh, sweet. I got a bonus from watching Tiago climbing. Alright, do I have any clothing that increases my savoir-faire? I know I've got a bunch that lower my savoir-faire, like my pants, for instance. But does anything increase my savoir-faire? That might be a really, really big no. Crap. What's adjusting my savoir-faire? Oh? Oh, these pants lower my reaction speed. Damn, nothing. My savoir-faire just sucks, that's all. Just everything lowers my savoir-faire. Well, let's see what happens. Shall we teleport to the roof? Shit. On second thought, maybe teleportation isn't a thing. What? Why? Because you're just standing there squeezing your buttocks and nothing is happening. Kim, it isn't happening. I'm not teleporting. He looks at you. You're not? Please don't try to climb the building. We'll get in another way. Alright, so there's a pipe down here. If you climb up the building, there's a special prize up the stairs. And if you go in through this pipe, you can't get it. But it's just a postcard. Come closer and look in. Your eyes slowly begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe. What's in there? At first, you can't make anything out of the darkness at all. Okay, what else? As your eyes adjust, you see some trash, crumpled up newspapers, cigarette butts, someone has half-heartedly spray-painted skulls on the right side. Could we get into the felled building through this pipe? Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly unlikely and not without the risk of our death. Just a moment. No, not caps lock. Criminy. However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around. And it's right here, a maintenance door. It's jammed shut. The subtle approach isn't going to work on this one. One more door. And you get a +1 for having the cursed Ilmarin die. I don't know why, but I do. Okay, so I need to increase my physical instrument. So, white tank top. I don't think I have anything that increases my physical instrument besides the white tank top, of course. Come on. Oh no, gotta wear the t-shirt from Humdall. Crap. Alright, this is what I got. But all of my rolls are bad. Fuck. Well, these are the 2 ways in. Oh, and I've only got 1 roll left. Oh, I should not have wasted all those skill points. Going for it. Save early. Save often, kids. Don't be like me. Be kids. Be drugs. Don't do kids. Yeah! All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to do is do it. Zoop, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. And you feel yourself disappear. Your atoms fading out of existence. Okay, well that's impressive, but bam. You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement. I did it, Kim! I teleported! I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it like a regular person. The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear, "Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring without backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here." Sweet. Central support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. I'm gonna take off this stupid t-shirt and put on. I'm not putting on the white satin shirt. It smells like jizz. I guess I'll wear the intersolary dress shirt. Christ. I still look like a cool professor. Well, how do I look in the lieutenant's cap? It's not a good look for me. I'll wear the pipo. And just run around casually on top of the building. Stones fall. It's a long way down. I just realized I didn't look for bottles out here. Oh well. Behold! The postcard. Martinez, 98. The glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. A faded picture postcard from the end of the last century shows Martinez as it was before the revolution. It's the height of summer. Rue de Saint-Ghislain is teeming with parasol-wielding bourgeoisie, and the wild pines flag buttresses the walkway. Nothing is written on the back. Alright. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze by. Antiquated office furniture. Last century, maybe? Brought down and forgotten so long ago. This overturned table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. Here's Kim, over by the door. You can't see it from the outside, but it is under the pipe. Who's there? What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around. It's much easier from this side. The panel's on the rails once you dust the sand off. With the help of your partner from the other side, the doors open with a creak. Hope no one dangerous heard that. You ready? Yes. Time to investigate these passages. Let's move quiet and not make more sound. Not running is a great way to do that. Old file folders in the cart, documents silvery with mold. A series of thick, dusty panes of glass. This isn't just glass, these are old computation components. Computer components? Yes, filament memories. From the time when wires were cast in glass, slides with an inlaid nervous system. How'd they do that and why? The how was a closely guarded secret, something that was locked in safes in human heads across the river where they were manufactured. As to why, your fingers don't know. Hey Kim, old cybernetics. So this is all that remains of Feld R&D. Could this be part of the Feld playback experiment? These? No. These are old filament memories. I hope you're not expecting to find that device here. You will be disappointed. All you will find here is pain. Ooh! Ooh, an intersolary suit jacket. I assume it... Oh, damn it, stop running around. I assume the suit jacket matches the shirt that I could wear. In the beam of the flashlight, a crevice in the wall. Stale fabric smell and dust. No one slept here in months, maybe years. Behold, a revolutionary's hat. I could have +2 logic, or +1 Mazovian socioeconomics. No, I'm just kidding. I'll take the +2 logic. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed, ancient flyers and brochures. These pots and plates are full of dust and spider webs. The same slit window you saw from the outside. Could this have been the killer's hideout? In this narrow window, the point of origin? In the darkness, you can barely make out the falling snow. It settles, making the night still quieter. Could the killer have used this as a hideout? It's a great place to hide, certainly, but there hasn't been anyone here in ages. I can't see the whirling in rags. The shot couldn't have come from here. Indeed, no one could get a clear view. Well, at least we've been thorough. I like thorough. Look, Kim, it's Comrade Mazov. Yes, I can see that. Looks like some communists were hiding out here. They left a long time ago. The lieutenant does not seem to share your enthusiasm. Could it be connected to the Mazov bust we found in the students' room? Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They're not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. The youths always go for this kind of stuff. Maybe I should move in here. Seems cozy. I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with the case. What's with all these secret weapon caches and bunkers? We found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in the rundown neighborhoods. Matinees being what it is. No one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out the old bunkers. A good hiding place for someone who's up to no good. Could someone have stopped through here recently? You mean like Ruby? No, I think we just stumbled on history. Brushed the dust off the portraits. Years worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample mustache and sideburns, looks kinda silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand, grains sticking to the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder. Let's go. Boot prints in the sand. One of the soles appears more worn than the other. Yeah, she's down here. There's something in the air. Some sort of buzzing. The tunnel collapsed. You'll have to find another way around. Huh. More footprints. It's getting louder, that buzzing sound. There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell. Lieutenant, do you feel something? No, what do you mean? A pain, a strange tingling. I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there. I'm pretty sure they were fresh. A I saw them too. Footprints with the right sole worn smooth. Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully. What do you mean? Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over. You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. This part of town is a fine clockwork. Disturb its peace, and it will start breaking down uncontrollably. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail. We found Everett's plan to take the harbor. Maybe we should tell Joyce about it. I'll leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but you just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful. We know what Joyce knows about the murder, but I may have other things to discuss with her. Yes, there won't be time for that once things go down. Matter of fact, I don't think there's time for it now, but if you must. We've checked the buoy with Klosh's documents. I want to hear her on why it was empty before. Okay, why not? Whatever goes down might also affect her. The Union is watching her closely now. Do you think whatever happens will affect our cryptozoologists? You mean morale? I don't see how cryptozoology and the murder investigation are connected, but the situation in the city will get tense for everyone. How bad do you think things could get? Well, we're not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground. If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done. What do you think's waiting for us here? I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise. Wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking. Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back. So, yep. Those are some things I could have done. Totally didn't do it. I ain't turning back. But what's over here? Ooh. It feels strange. Oh, a polar anorak. A concrete pipe buried in sand and dust. 40 real. 115 real. Nice. New save. I mean, I do have my flashlight out. I'm pretty perceivable. Oh, fuck! I just saw the boot. Ruby the Instigator. Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once, but her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
As she says the word officer, you feel a pain in the agony. Oh man. You feel, it sounds like entire radio frequency range is screaming directly into your neural pathways. Cover my ears? Nah, buddy, that's not gonna help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience, way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest. No, that sounds like a very bad idea. Are you gonna kill me too?
No, I'm not gonna fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here. I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
Excuse me? The explosion of static you're hearing, it's the UALN frequency, blasted from that pale emitter Fat Angus mentioned. I saw your equations. It's the UALN frequency.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. Though I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at. A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale. Literally crunch the distance across it.
The what?
Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale. People lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you might be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
Right, we're not hearing it, it's just in us. She likes telling you about the machine. Keep her talking. Look for an opportunity to break loose. What's this goddamn pail, anyway?
Pale? It's the end of the world.
Oh, how did you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
And she's proud of it, too. As she ought to be. This is way beyond your abilities.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
God damn it, Kim.
Oh yeah, way beyond.
Will I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like walking out of a very confusing dream.
Have you experienced this yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. Seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
Well, this is all great and all, but can we talk about the man who was killed?
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and herself merely as prey. Please, could you just turn it down so I can ask you some things?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
If you're looking for a deal on mattresses...
Then this.
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She's carrying a 2-barreled front loader. Remain careful. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted for long enough, maybe. Be careful. When you make your move, that'll be it for questions. Bide your time. Did you shoot Lely? No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you. Ratted me out, by the way. Was it Titus? He wouldn't have broken first. Klosh was the first to share her suspicions. Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known it was on the coast. How did you find me? Your own boys told us you were out here. Titus told me. It took some convincing. Ah, fuck. Took some convincing my ass. And those guys liked me. I know it. If this is what happens to people whom people like, a dull despair is creeping into her voice. How the fuck do the rest of you get by? Wait, wasn't it you who called me the human can opener? It's not personal. I opened them up. I did, didn't I? And now you've come for me. Fuck them all the same. That did make her forgive them a little. I do it by asking questions, and I've got some for you. Like what? I already told you I didn't do it. A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself. Would you say that Lely was a likable person? I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types. Did you feel protective of the Union? Yeah, sure, and I didn't like Wild Pine sending in those foreign hirelings, me and a fuck ton of other people around here. I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but I don't think she's perjuring herself. She didn't hate him, okay? You have an alibi for when Lely was shot? Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you. There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for. You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't have been enough time. Our investigation has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder. Please explain. You play pinball much? No, not since I was 14 and hanging out at the only diner in Dardane. Haven't been into low-risk, no-award games since moving to the city. Somewhere on the outskirts of Faubourg, a scrawny teenage girl stands by the side of the road, greeting passing vehicles with a callous thumb turned upward. She's tired. She wants to leave, but she knows she will come back. There are some mysterious pinball machines in some pretty mysterious rooms in the whirling. Yeah, and probably some ghosts from the time of the suzerain. I'm not really interested in supernatural mysteries. Wait, what kind of mysteries interest you then? Not murder mysteries either, if that's what you're thinking. What about elevators? Do you like elevators? Fuck it, there's a secret way to get on the roof. Don't know about it, but also, the shot couldn't have come from the roof or we'd have heard it downstairs. She has a point there. No one mentioned. That didn't go super well. Gotta lay something better on her. I've been running drugs for the union. I've been through your lorry. So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician. That really comes as a blow to her. Maybe twist the knife, just in case? Make her more desperate? No, he didn't. I found my own way in. Oh, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're gonna arrest me for drug trafficking? Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her. You had a financial incentive to kill the merc. Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the union. She's deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for. You might be able to find this out later. She turns the knob down just a millimeter, then continues. I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the real dirty work. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum. There, it's going to be easier to reach the machine now. But you're threatening us with it. Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum. There's a sinister note in her voice. Even with the gun and the compressor, she's afraid of you. Who killed the merc if it wasn't you? How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio. Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice, she's been staying up late listening on the conversations crisscrossing my maze. Police radio? You've been following the case? Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Kosh's bedroom, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while. Kosh didn't want to turn the lamp on. She was afraid of another shot. So what happened Sunday night? Tell me your version. It's okay, we just want... Alright, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys after a few beers, like always. Then Klosh comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves, so I grab a seat next to her. Wait, did she also seem high to you? Oh yeah, super, but I didn't think too much of it. I'd seen her party hard before. This woman has seen people OD. Klosh wasn't quite there yet, so why worry? Klosh said you knew something was wrong immediately. No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. True! I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be the first for her, but no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I know she couldn't get authorities involved, so yeah. You made it look like he'd been hanged. How'd you manage to come up with a plan so quickly? What? No, faking a lynching was her idea. She looked shaken, but wasn't surprised to be ratted out. But framed? Her idea? Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys. Kosh knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise. She lied to you about that, too. That's bad that she'd be so calm. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed. Do you think she killed Lily herself? As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot. Nothing. But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to war? Thought crossed my mind, but the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way, although the way things are going... She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt. Yeah, fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me. If you didn't kill them, why hide? I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by goddamn La Puta Madre agent. That strange distant fear of getting yourself close, is getting close now. It's a fear of you. What do you mean, La Puta Madre? Yeah, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener. Ow. Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumbling something to himself. Fucking hell, and why me, you hear through the white noise. I mean, he is the one who came up with the La Puta Madre story. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded. Who's everyone? How do you know this? Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here at the goddamn death ray waiting for you? If she knows that about you, she must know your real name, too. Tell me, what's my name? Harry Dubois, one corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and the funny tie. Agents to La Puta Madre. So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the take. Criminals make up boogeyman stories about cops all the time. All of this just means that your effective criminals know you and are scared of you. I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing to me. I've heard of Laputa Madre. He's dangerous, right? Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing it's both. No, it's a serious question. I lost my memory recently. Yeah, sure. She does not believe you. I'm sure Laputa Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough. A man in a white suit walks through a garden coaxed from soil that had once been covered in asphalt. A city block closed off from the rest of the city by dark buildings. Rows and rows of poppies, most of which have lost their pink bloom, flank his steps. The man looks around them and up at the sky and sighs. Taking out a knife, he crouches at the end of the flower bed. He scores a seed pod very gently. The milky sap begins to ooze out. The pain comes over you again. What did you do to this Madre anyway? You've been through my lore. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair? Fucking Titus. Wait, one thing. Possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something. When I came to town, was there anyone with me? Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway? I don't know what happened to them. Sure you do. I bet they're outside waiting. I guess I'll take the chances. She'll go out in a hail of bullets if she has to. Who's in the squad? Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had 2 guys and a lady. What else can you tell me? One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde, and the other had a brooding something or other air about him. And the woman? The woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying. That sound about right? No idea who these people are. Literally. Satellite Officer Vickmeyer looks out the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Minon. We can either take a room here in the Whirling or go home for the day. Let's go home, John. Nothing's going to happen today. Call Heddlestein. He'll give us a ride. I think I know. Yeah, they're in Martinez. Friction lock. Don't leave me here, please, Celise. Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go your friends, unless you have another pressing thing to ask me. Do you know about the bunker next door? What? The communist hideout back there. I don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to... you gotta act soon. This is getting bad. Just go! Glad to have been of assistance. Best of luck to you, officers. Revachal's a bitch. She didn't do it. It's pretty clearly obvious. She was played by Klosh and everyone else. And there's one more long-range shot, a shot location that's been unaccounted for. All things considered, that could have gone worse. What now? Now we have to come up with a really good excuse for why we walked into a trap like that. This isn't going to look good in the report. Her tent. Maybe there's something in there. Oh, Dromain. Sweet. Dark waters trail into the distance. There is no way out. Cooking utensils. You refer to self-porridge with bananas. The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. Look inside. The tent looks old, but is well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled-up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes. Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover, on another a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines. Sift through the magazines. Rega Monthly, Journal of Materials Science, More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine, it's a leather notebook. You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend left behind. We should read this immediately, like right now. He's not joking. A thick journal. The cover is worn, like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket. It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Stiller. This was important to her when it was still hers. The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled. The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs that have been crossed out with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins. It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated. It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this. What kind of logistics? That's drug stuff. Diagrams of the radio things. Personal. Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. How far back are we going? First entry is August 2nd of last year. I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable. What did she write about the day Lely died? Nothing on March 4th or 5th. Well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this, loyal to a fault, except that's another matter entirely. She's referring to betraying her previous employer. Does this suggest she did it in self-defense? Anything about La Puta Madre? That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder, would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre? M is mentioned on March 9th and 15th. Great! M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching, but also I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head. While I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break, well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? Were you supposed to find her, even apart from the investigation then, on M's request? No, you wouldn't do something like this. This must be a mistake. You didn't follow through. You should have shot her in the head. This is a coincidence. I would never kill people for a mob boss. The thought steadies your nerves. The journal stopped shaking. March 12th. Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, but experience tells me. Did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures first all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. What's the most recent entry? Even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run? Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning. It looks like she might have been framed. That would be first or fourth, but who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed. If she didn't do it, then maybe it's good we didn't catch her. I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her. Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than with us. Especially if she has a problem with Madre. Am I really La Puta Madre agent? No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure. He truly does not believe you are. Perhaps he shouldn't be so trusting. His trust is well placed. You aren't. You can feel it. Then who do you think killed the merc? Could have been Titus. Then again... T-Man wouldn't fuck me over. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. Somewhere along the way, we might have been fed a lie or two. One thing is for certain, we have business back in the Whirling and Rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Okay. Putting on the armor. Taking out my... And I take out my gun! Okay, so the armor goes on as their shirt. That's fine. I don't need a lot of empathy. But I'm going to want the pinball maker's thing. My choice of hats are very limited. Those are good shoes. I'm going to need the hand-eye coordination. Trust me. And I'll take the intersolary trousers. Oh! The intersolary trousers. Nice. I have got 3 pieces of intersolary clothing. Noted. Damn, alright, that's... Fuck, that looks great. Let's not worry about that right now. Okay. Gloves, neck. What do these get? -1 perception, +1 inland empire. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll take that. I want my Revolutionary's hat. Nah, I'll keep it the pipe on. Okay, cool. Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm. The polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm. I think my hand recognizes it. It reminds you the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. The gun, your gun, can be an item of destruction, but also creation. The Villiers La Salle Art Project. Time to shoot some beauty through the heart of Martinez. Alright, Kim, let's hop to it. Why do I have my gun? No reason. I simply feel as if I will require it. Alas, if only I had had a high enough inland empire. You should take out your flashlight. Nah. You only really need it going in to find that secret area. But now it's almost midnight. The witching hour is coming. Oh, it's past midnight. It is 1 in the morning. Look at that trigger discipline. Gun firmly down. There we go. Don't mind me, fishing village, just running through. What are my bonuses and penalties? -2 sub-Icelandic rendezvous. Well, my perception is already fucking huge, so I think I'll survive. How's my hand-eye coordination? It's not very good. Do I have anything else that raises hand-eye coordination? Nope. Ding! Trust me, I want that. I have neglected my motorics. It's okay though. I got 2 shots and I am wearing that armor. It will protect me. Still, maybe it won't come to blows. My other skills are pretty good. Fuck, why did I pump 6 points into conceptualization? You ever make a mistake-o? Stop. Just up ahead. Danger. You're prepared. Don't put away your friend, your weapon. The barrels of your Villiers 9mm pistol shine threatening in the cold. Kim. There's danger up ahead. Yes, I can hear commotion. I'm ready to do this. Good. Be ready to take damage. What? That page 3 girl. She must be the most beautiful page 3 girl ever printed. Origin de Disco. Hold on, is this what happens when you 2 get together? No, not now. I'm all
out of shit to give, Loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Oh boy.
Put your goddamn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through, all right?
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, Loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls. Under the ceramic breastplate, his fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm. There's something very wrong with him. He's dangerous. Shh.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The gift is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone caught here.
Jesus Christ.
You all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Elizabeth, you don't understand. That is what these people do for a living.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fella?
Peaceful?
It sounds like the armored figure is weeping.
Nest in your abdominal cavity, like a little wild mouse.
The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's the 3rd one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there. We're out of time. This
The
is...
mercenary tribunal.
What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
Big one's the mercenary from the
If
gates.
this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
Noted, Kim. A sound strategy. He's the leader. Stop! This is the fucking police!
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backwards. I think he calmed down a little bit. No, he didn't. He's about to open fire. No, he's calming down. I can talk to him. You can't think that way now. This is serious.
Fuck!
The voice from beneath the helmet interrupts your thoughts. You only make out the last word. I can see you all are drunk.
Oh yeah, welcome to the fucking party. You're probably gonna get killed too. I don't give a shit if you're cops.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his rifle. Rud Houndklauen. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it. Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he shoots you. No, wait. It's good that you have your gun. It really is, but soften him up first. Try to present an argument. I'm barely keeping you together here. This is it, the big one. If you talk to him, he will rattle you, not the other way around. Peace, always peace. It's worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that. Please. I know about Downwell. His name is Ellis Kortenauer. He had blue eyes. Shoot him. Who is that? Rude? Rude is the killer. Rude the killer Houndklauen. He doesn't talk much.
All of you fucking cunts inside out.
The killer? The gunner, the raidist, the killer. What do you think he does? There, on the rim of Houndklauen's helmet, you can count little stick figures. 19, 20, 21. About 50 little stick figures, all of them black, and 2 little white ones on the end. I'm a killer too. You're a tit-sucking pig. I'm gonna show you a killer. What are we waiting for? Let's blow that pig fucking mouth off his face. Lance Corporal, just fucking shut up and wait for your order. Listen, they didn't do it. Yeah? Who did then? Someone else. Someone who's not here. How fucking convenient. His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He was shot from a great distance. It had to be a marksman. You think I'm fucking stupid? What if I just shot one of your pals right here and now, huh? How about the Kipt? Tell me he was a magic fucking sniper one more time. This cop and this drumhead court-martial won't decide who. He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot. Why doesn't he believe me? The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him all together. Titus said, listen, he was shot. He wasn't hanged. You've got to listen to me. You're lying. DePaul heard it. You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter. The hanging was only a cover-up. Oh, Jesus! The shot rings in your ears, a low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of glass out the window behind her. I missed. I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night. That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there will be another shot. What topic? Shots have been fired. Act before it's too late. That was too close a call. You're all drunk. Look at yourselves. Yeah, so what? Yeah, so what? You should be drunk too. It's insane how long it's been since your last drink. Get one in you right now. I don't need a drink right now. For God's sake, look at this. I'm in a fight. Exactly. This is horrible. People are gonna die. Whatever you do, it'll be all your fault. One drink will soothe you. Keep thinking about the drink. Shut up. Let him think. Too much is on the line. He's not gonna fuck it up because of you. I won't let him. Your judgment is impaired. You will regret this. Nah, I'm clear as day. Fucking government-ordained super soldier. Enough already. What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat. Oh, got them arguing. The Wild Pines rep wouldn't approve of this. You think I care what the company cunt thinks? We're working together. She knew you were out of control. She told me. She's gone, you stupid fuck. Sailed off 5 minutes ago. She didn't give a shit about you, Silos. Stay cool. Don't do anything stupid. The company bitch is gone. Lely's gone. Fuck are we still doing in this shithole? Guys, I just get in the way. I don't even have a gun. Hold your ground. Any more of you running, I'll shoot you myself. They're afraid, all of them, trembling reeds in the wind. They'll run, scatter soon, run one by one. No, the rest will stay. They'll hold their ground even if it means dying here with you. Rhetoric! All right here. This is an illegal tribunal. Krenl will never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely. You recall, Krenl does not give you the right to conduct a tribunal. Pops. You have no idea about the rights Krenl extends to us. Okay, what rights are those then? If I fucking kill you, hang you to the streetlight by your shit pipes, then that's called a necessary display of force. No one's gonna give a shit about dead loincloths. That's reality. Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. That did something. Talk about the hanged man. Fuck! Of course, nothing bad will happen. Talk about his dead friend. He seems stable and he'll take it. He doesn't seem stable at all. Even better, it'll further destabilize him, costing time and maybe even lives. Wait, what? I feel like I got to know your dead friend during the investigation. You don't fucking talk to me about my brother, loincloth. Okay, yes, immediate failure. Things are worse now. He's observing you every motion very carefully. Where's Klosh? She can explain this. Who the fuck? Klosh, the woman upstairs. Where is she? Oh, she left. Unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together. Kurt, what the hell are you doing here? What am I doing? My fucking establishment is under fire. You know how much windows cost? What do you mean she left? She left. Her room's cleaned up right before these assholes showed up. We should have arrested her. You can feel how upset he is with himself. Just for a second, then the fear takes over in his back. Hey, Bushman, your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one. She's gone. Forget about it. Concentrate on this. Shoot Kortenauer. Oh, got him! Oh, fucking quick draw right in the fucking mouth. A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun. Your hand goes numb from the explosion. Look at Kortenauer. There's a hole in his cheek. Blood gushes out as he stumbles backwards, eyes filling with rage and disbelief, gurgling, muttering something unintelligible. His lips moving, swollen with fear, trying to say, "Shoot him! Shoot him!" But he can't say anything. And then shit gets crazy. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of his rifle sways slowly. Dodge it. Ha! Nice try, asshole. A low shot rings. You feel a tapping like a rain on your chest plate. Heavy drops of rain. Then the sound of dice rolling as the curace distributes the shot evenly from plate to plate. You got hit. Armor took most of it. Still, your ribcage burns. Feels like blood slowly seeping into your lungs. God, please. He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot to make. Then two shots ring out. One from the lieutenant's Kitsuragi's pistol and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at Kim, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you. Who screamed? Glenn. He's dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out! Holy shit! Kim, you fucking got him! Holy fuck, he's dead, Kim! You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you and squeezes the trigger. Look him in the eye. I'm not dodging this bullet. The look of vengeance framed in blood, lips shaking. This is the last thing he'll do on Earth, but he will do it. He will kill you. Here it comes. Death. Hit me. Oh shit. Where'd I get hit? You simply blink, then something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. Listen. Through the darkness and the pain, The Hardy Boys are screaming, fighting, dying. Someone jumps over you. Nearby, gunfire shatters glass. Stop! The cop! Protect the cop! He's down! Try to touch your lower body. Warm blood pools underneath you. It's sticky and there's so much of it. Don't go into shock. Hold on. What do I see? Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them, like a hellish play. Out of it, a silhouette appears, crouching over you. You hear a familiar voice filled with urgency. You're bleeding out. There's a white shadow that smells like apricots. It's always here. Stay with me. I can't forget it, even when I drink so much. Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake. But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds even more distant, and a cold comes over you. Kim, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone, when suddenly you sense something behind him. A slender white shadow, towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die. The lieutenant trusts you. No, he really does. Kim! No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hands trembles and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There's no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him. You hear a faint scream, a woman's, and then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone, so is Kim, and then the whole world.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
Will I be a ghost now?
Brother, you already were a ghost. Up there, screaming along with all of them, scaring each other, haunting each other. It's the living who are ghosts. The dead are silent. They don't rattle windows or write letters in blood. The living do. Leave them behind. Rest.
Yeah. Nah. Put me back in, coach.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep, and rotting, and being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth, drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his bones.
He can't go. Not until this case is solved. There's a radio in the distance. The radio of the world, playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Welcome back to the world of the living. You're thirsty. Reach for the glass of water by the bed. The world's still there. Sleeps.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a Caprice Canema.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
Life gets hard, but we go on.